this is Julia from The Art of Creating, and today I'm sharing another process video with you. In this video, I'm making a steampunk card. It's a birthday card, but you can really use it for any occasion. And this one is more of a, I guess, steampunk industrial look. I'm showing you here the little box that I've made myself. It was just a basic box that I've saved from somewhere, and I've just covered it with paper and used these liquid pearls, which are by Tim Holtz, and I've just decorated the box with them. So I've cut out some cogs and wheels and things from just plain white paper using this die that you see in the corner of the video, and I've covered them with the liquid pearls. Liquid pearls is a dimensional pearlescent paint, and you can use it with the brush, or you can use it straight from the bottle like I have done here to create dimensional look on the embellishments, and you can also make pearls with it. Personally, I don't normally make pearls with it because they kind of leave a little points up the top, like those Hershey's Kisses type chocolates, if you know what I mean. They're not quite rounded off when you make pearls with them, but you still can. There is a bit of a trick to it, and you sort of need to like swirl a little bit to make sure that they flatten out a bit, but I can cover that in another video. If you want to know more about it, just leave me a comment. For this card, I'm using some graphic 45 papers, and I've laid them on the black cardstock that I have scored in the middle. And I'm using the strips that I've had left over from those squares, and I'm trying to layer them at the bottom of the card to ground my embellishments and the bottom of the card there. So I've just tried to layer them on top of each other so that it looks grounded, and just to bring some of that orange and a bit of a color down to the bottom, because once I've cut off the bottom parts, as you can see, it sort of, the card kind of vanishes, and I wanted to ground it with something. And then I had the strip of blue paper, which was a reverse from one of the strips that I've had left over. So I've just decided to add it to the page because the wheels all have, well, not all, but some of them have blue in it, so I thought it would go with the actual card. I'm using distress ink in Black Soot, and I'm distressing some of the edges with that ink. For the inside of the card, I've just had 3 of those leftover strips of paper, and I've just cut them to be a little bit offset, and I've layered them on top of each other, and I've also inked the edges. And for inking, I'm doing a very messy look. It needs to look grungy, and so I'm not being careful with leaving an even edge. I'm just really going very rough with it and leaving actually a lot of ink on the edges as well. I'm going to use a couple of those wheels on the inside as well, but I'm just going to see which I have left over, and I will add them at the end. I decided to do some stamping on the inside of the card. That little cut apart piece that I've put on the top of the inside says details of the plan, and as this is a birthday card, I decided to stamp a word party at the bottom of it, so it reads pretty much details of a plan, party, which I thought was appropriate for a birthday. Now I'm going to embellish the front of the card. I wanted to do the stamping on the inside first so that I have an even edge while I'm doing it, because once I've added different embellishments, the card would be uneven, and it would be a little bit harder for me to do the stamping. I've had this a little light bulb with the cord from, I think it was from Prima, if I remember correctly. I've had it in my stash for a little while. It was quite popular, I think it was a few years ago, to have all sorts of industrial and steampunk embellishments by Prima and Tim Holtz and a few different other manufacturers, so I've had quite a few accumulated in my stash. To attach everything, I've used mostly hot glue with a little bit of glossy accents for the heavier embellishments. And with the hot glue, the reason I've used that is firstly because it's pretty quick and easy to do. Secondly, if you don't press it down too hard, the embellishments are actually attached dimensional because the hot glue kind of dries dimensional. So if you don't press it down too hard, the embellishments stand off the page a bit. That completes my card. Stay tuned for some close-ups, and don't forget to subscribe and click like for this video. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!